like a cold glass versus like a bottle of water. To me, there's a difference. I don't know if there's some sort of like real correlation with it, but yeah, I think there is. When you drink something out of a cold glass, I think people like in bars do that because they put when you drink beer and stuff, right? They put it in the freezer.
Yeah. That's how I drink my beer. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think I would assume that there's a difference. I feel like there is, even with water. So yeah, I would see there. Let me read this thing real quick so we can move on because I got some Jordan stuff to talk about too that happened yesterday as well. Like all this stuff is rushing back into my mind. This is what Dwayne Wade had to say about Hassan Whiteside. He said, enough veteran advice. There comes a time when you have to do it yourself. There's only so many words people can continue to say to you. You got to do it. Not for you. You got to do it for the other guys in here that you see sacrificing, which is true. You know, it's one of those things. You know, you're being selfish when you do stupid stuff like that. That you see out there playing hurt and all the things that are going on. You're part of a team. You're part of an organization. We all have our moments, selfish moments, but you can't continue to keep having them because you got to be reliable. You got to be reliable, and you got to be able to be counted on. And right now, if he continues to act this way, then he's not reliable. Those are pointed words from a veteran, from the leader of that team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, those are very, very pointed words. And it echoes exactly what I just said. It's like when people like you can be as talented as you want to be, but guess what? If I can't depend on you to be there when I need you. Yeah, it makes no difference.
We don't need you.
Yeah, it absolutely makes no difference.
Yeah, because it sounds like now that they really need that dude with Chris Bosh. You know, it has just basically been Whiteside and Wade, doing the majority of the work.
They got the kid. What's the kid's name? Flalo. Is that the kid's name?
From
yeah. Phoenix.
Yeah, and then they got the one that's got a little African in him.
Oh, Luol. I always forget he's down there, man. My mind always, that dude's played for like two teams since Chicago, and I'm still like, my mind always goes back to Chicago with him, like automatically. I guess you just automatically just associate your people with teams or whatever. I guess I can skip all that. Like here's the big thing that's going on right now. That's weird to me. That dudes are gonna start getting like it's. Like LeBron is a genius. He's like the Darrelle Revis of, well, kind of. Yeah. Have you read this thing about what's happening with the salary cap?
Yeah.
These jerks thought what they were gonna do is, okay, we're gonna get all this TV money, like all this money from TNT, all this ESPN, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna ration it out instead of just giving it to the players in one lump sum next year, which is gonna cause the salary cap to spike, not go up gradually. And if you want to know what I mean, by spike, let me find this article. Here it is. Okay, because Brian Windhorst wrote this article last year about this coming season. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
Where are the numbers? It's going to go from like $68 million this year to like $90 million next year.
So, 92. Yeah.
So if you want to understand what that means, LeBron is going to go from making like $22 million to $30 million a year, maxing out. That's A-Rod money, pimp, in the National Basketball Association. And you know what I say? Good. Because this is one time that the players might get a chance to win. Because you remember the last CBA, what happened? They went from having 57% of the whatever revenue. The owners knocked them down 6% to 51%. Right? So since then, the owners have been killing it. All their revenue stuff has been going up. TV money's looking good. And here's the other thing. For all you dudes out there who feel like, I pay my money for my ticket and, I pay their salary, so they need to play them. Screw all this resting players. Your ticket money does nothing for these players.
Nothing.
Like, what I'm doing right now, watching this game, is doing more for these players than you going to the game. Understand that it's TV money. That's all this whole game is about right now. No one's making no money off no ticket sales. Come on, let's keep it real. Barkley told y'all that years ago that's per diem money. That's what we eat off of when we on the road. Yeah, this thing is about TV dollars, and this new thing with this with this salary cap shows you just that.
Yeah, $24 billion is the TV money next season. $24 billion.
Oh God! But here's the bad side, because with all the good news I can tell you, well, some of you may not consider that good news because you don't like when people win. Some of you are those type of people. But anyway, the bad part about that is there's an opt out in 17 of the CBA, the current CBA. And if you think these owners ain't gonna be like, yep, we gotta opt out of this one. We gotta get a new one, B. This one is broken already. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So it's looking like they're gonna lock the players out in 17. So you get LeBron next year. LeBron, this is the reason he signed a 1-year deal, so that he could opt out this year, and because he saw it coming. He saw the TV money coming, and he knew what time it was. Now it's time for me to be the highest paid player, not on my team, but in the NBA, period. And it's going to happen. Durant's going to be a free agent that year. And the other thing that's going to happen too, and what they're calling a fear, one of the fears are from the owners, is that it's going to let teams with, like, the larger market teams become kind of like hoard the talent, be able to pay for talent more. But think about what we're saying there, though. We're talking about teams like the Lakers, teams like the Knicks. Like, there's no way in the world that I'm going to be mad at, let's say, hypothetically, next year, a Rajon Rondo, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Love situation in LA. I wouldn't be mad, understand, at a Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant situation in New York. As a basketball fan, I'm not angry at all. Like, if Phil wanted to pony up, like, here you go, Kevin. Here's $25 million to come play with Carmelo. Well, I'm good. I'm fine with that. Then I could stomach the New York Knicks on TV again. I could stomach the LA Lakers on TV again as well. Now, as I continue with more bad news, right here in Atlanta. Yeah, there's a problem. I need to find this for you, because there is a problem. Because what then happens is there could be a problem with teams being able to, I guess, maintain their own players. And I'm gonna give you a short list of players who I'm referring to. I just mentioned Kevin Durant, right? I mean, then there's Joakim Noah, last year's Defensive Player of the Year. Some restricted free agents would be Anthony Davis with the Pelicans, who, as good as that dude is, he keep getting hurt, man. He just keep getting nicked up.
Hey, that boy went for what, 41 the other night?
He's ignorant. That dude is ignorant on the basketball court, man. Bradley Beal, Harrison Barnes, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, all these guys are restricted free agents. And I left this name for last because of where we're located. For those of you who don't know, and our friends in Spain, or friend in Spain, we are located in the Atlanta metro area. Al Horford is on this list, sir. Yeah, Al Horford is one of the names that in 2016, 17 here could be one of the guys that's like, yeah, do an influx of cash because of what's happening now with this salary cap situation. And, as far as I've had, interactions with Al, very limited. Like, he's been up at the radio station, and we've been down at the stadium once or twice. Seems like a very, very nice guy. So, in my opinion, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. It's time to get paid. It's time to get paid.
Have you seen his wife?
Well, I can imagine. No, I haven't.
No, you can't.
I can't.
Man, that girl from Venezuela, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my God.
Oh, good for you, Al.
Oh my God.
Good for you, Al. Now you got Rob being all creepy on the radio again. It's like, this is like a daily thing with us. Like every day.
No. You saw her. You remember when we were at the UFC? Remember we were at UFC, and remember they were sitting behind us? Remember the Hawks players were sitting behind us? And we kept looking back there like, hey, who was that chick with Al? You remember that?
I do, but
she looked kind of white.
So many bad bras. It's like she just kind of like now.
But yeah. But yeah, man. Oh my God. Yeah, she is. Oh, Al did well. Oh, he did well.
Oh, yeah, he's a freaking millionaire. He's like a 6'10" millionaire in the city of Atlanta. If you can't find a Brazilian, Venezuelan, Puerto Rican something to suit your fancy, then what good are you? Like
the only thing that would hurt me with that is if I find out he met her somewhere like it, the cheetah.
Yeah, I'm still not mad. You know my philosophy on that. Like somebody got to do that damn job. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I've had plenty of. I don't know. Did I talk about that with you, or did I talk about that on Monday?
Yeah, you talked about it Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, the days just kind of run together.
Friday. No, that was Friday show. You talked about it.
See, once again, the reason that it takes two of us to do this because I don't know. These shows are just like one long show to me, and even like
and I meant to say something to you about that. Like, dude, this is unbelievable. Like, we're accustomed to being in situations where you take 3 or 4 breaks an hour.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm good.
And it's like, as much as we have always said, oh, man, just move these commercials. We don't need these commercials. Like, dude, like, for real, like, we've been going, like, almost 2 weeks straight, like, hour.
And that's not even including the stuff I'm around here talking to myself about. I'm working thoughts. Yeah, I'm working out thoughts. Yeah, I'm sitting around here working out thoughts. Like every day we stop recording this thing. What I always tell you, like I had so much other stuff in my notes that we didn't get to. Yeah, it's like everything's in overdrive right now. I haven't spoken into a microphone until they're showing all of Russell Westbrook's highlights. He's just so violent on the basketball court. Anyway,
man, I'm getting you there Westbrook T-shirt.
I don't need it, dog. I don't need it. I'm good.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's like my last show was in July, so and I did well for a while, but then like people started saying stupid things, and then I was forced to respond via Twitter and all that, and then at some point I didn't want to turn to Shannon Sharp. I didn't want to just start like bashing people. I wanted to do the thing that I do, and not be so inwardish about it.
Yeah, there you go.
There's that. This is the Sports Kings podcast. I'm Big Mike. He's Rob Calloway. We're being heard via Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. Speaker with an R between the P and the E. You can contact us during any time that you're listening to this podcast via Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Sports Kings Live. We're also on the email at sportskingslive@gmail.com. Elsewhere in the land of the tall people, right here on the home front, the Atlanta Hawks are in a very, very weird position as far as this team is concerned, and it's kind of a different thing for us because if we were doing what we're accustomed to, we'd be heavy in these Falcons and Hawks and all this kind of stuff. But because we're trying to branch out more, it's a good thing for us that the Hawks are a national story because we get to talk about them in that sense. They made it to 50 wins very quickly, very, very quickly. Clinched the playoff spot, all that. They're going to be the number 1 seed, all that. So now, this is where Coach Buds or Coach Budenholzer. I don't know if people call him Coach Bud outside of Atlanta, but Coach Budenholzer.
Yeah, they call him Bud.
Okay, so this is where Coach Buds.
I call him drunk.
You stupid. Stop that. See? You the same dude that want to talk to me about Bill Cosby, don't do that to Bill Cosby. Look what you're doing to this man.
Look, Coach Bud got DUI his first week in the A. Welcome to Atlanta, Sean.
Yeah, how many other people can tell that story? That story can just be rewritten over and over and over again. Yeah, went down to Atlanta, got caught up. But anyway, this is where his San Antonio ties come in, man. A guy who understands how he's seen the roster be kind of coaxed and massaged through these kind of times where you have time during the season where you can rest players and get them ready for a playoff run. And we're seeing that happening now with the Atlanta Hawks. They're choosing to rest certain guys on certain nights so that, we talked about the other day, this has been a very fortunate team when it's come to the injury front. All these teams behind them at some point during the season have dealt with, even LeBron was out for 2 weeks with his back or whatever he needed to recharge and all that kind of stuff. He was out for a while. Kyrie was out for a little while, just a little while ago with his elbow. He got the thing going on out there. And I didn't even realize, and I need to correct this as well. The other day I was talking about Kemba Walker. I didn't think he was coming back this year, but Kemba Walker will be back within the next few days from what I'm reading. You got guys like Paul George supposed to be coming back. This is the Indiana Pacers, one of the hottest teams in the league. since February 1st. You know, they're really playing some good basketball in Indiana. And then with the